countrymen. But because you know the foundation, you know what is driving them, but you just can't really confront it in that sense. Now, when they commit all this murder and people started screaming, then you come out and say, but there are other Muslims killed too. Why were you quiet? Why were you quiet? Why is it now, or every time they bring this up about these murderers, that you now remember that they are trying to tarnish, either to tarnish the Fulani, to tarnish the North, to tarnish Muslims? Why are you always triggered only when people who have become their consistent victims screams up again, or whenever they are screaming gains more attention, either globally as well, right, or even locally? Is the moment you guys crawl from your sewage to come out and say they are saying something about Muslims. They are. No, come on. Everybody is a victim of this whole mess. There are some of you who probably even want the chaos that way. There are victims who would never possibly want this to happen to anyone else. So the right thing is that APC must go. APC must be destroyed, or they will complete the destruction, the division, the burning down of that contraption. I've said this before. The breakup of Nigeria is not going to be because somebody like me is advocating, let us peacefully break up, or maybe they're going own way, JJO. No, that's not what will break up Nigeria. Keeping Nigeria together is not going to be because you somehow convince yourself that Nigeria being together is the best thing to have ever happened, or that will ever happen after the invention of a sliced bread. That is not what will keep Nigeria together. It is the actions and the inactions of the rogues in charge of that in charge of Nigeria that will decide or determine if Nigeria will break violently, peacefully, or if Nigeria is going to remain. Not what you and I think or do for now. It is what they do or fail to do. And you are seeing the whole thing unraveling right now. You are seeing the whole thing unraveling as they are thinking that with propaganda they can keep the entire contraption together longer. But we are seeing it. It's just a matter of time. Now put that aside. Another thing that I believe you should possibly be aware of is that the ongoing trade war between PENGASSAN and Dangote. A few days ago, Dangote announced the sack of. Hang on, somebody's calling in. Before I jump into Dangote's story. Here, yeah. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. The general.
Oh, hello there. How are you? Is that Pola Penga?
Yeah, this is Pola Penga. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon. Sorry, good evening. I think you are pretty much like solid now. How are you?
Yeah, we're evening now. Yeah, this is 6:15 p.m.
6:16, yeah. Did you say?
This is 6:15 p.m. in Dubai.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to chip in one contribution, one or two.
Please, so go ahead.
You see, it's what is happening on Dangote and Nigeria. You know, this man, this PENGASSAN, I think it's PENGASSAN, the president of the union.
Yeah.
I think he's working hand in hand with Kolu to frustrate Dangote. Yes. Because I just finished.
Why you think so?
Yes, because I just finished listening to Raizo. Even Ruben Abati was very furious on that man called PENGASSAN. You know, they said some staff members of PENGASSAN or I think NUPENG, they are working for Dangote. So, but based on Nigerian law, they have the right to work for Dangote and also be in any union because it's free. You can be in any union in Nigeria free if you are qualified.
That's right.
So the pressure is that I think they are trying to put it on Dangote that the staff members working for him, why they are also in NUPENG. Even some of them are members of PENGASSAN. So they are trying to put it that maybe they are spying on I don't know. So they are they have twisted the whole story against Dangote right now, and Dangote have suspended selling of his fuel to Nigeria.
Right. I'm about to
Yes,
talk about the PENGASSAN though, but
yes,
your own insight into it, based on what you have heard,
mm,
it's probably not off the mark. The mess
mm,
is very big right now, okay?
mm,
And
yes,
it's easier to probably build a conspiracy theory around it because the whole thing reeks of um,
mm,
somebody who has been around for a while, and that is
mm,
Dangote.
yes, yes,
Dangote is an exploiter. He exploits people, but at the same time, he says, he's not, that he is paying his own fair share of what the law says.
mm,
But in the
yes,
long run, okay, the PENGASSAN believes that if the what do you call it, the incursion of Dangote into oil business,
mm,
if it is not by any chance controlled now, it will
mm,
become so huge that it's going to consume all of them. So, in order to avoid any of that, everybody is trying to probably safeguard or protect their interests. And as for Dangote, he himself is like, no, oh, you guys, PENGASSAN, NUPENG, all these funny guys, you guys are just as corrupt. In fact, because you are mostly the system, because you are the
yes,
ones who ran down the Nigerian refinery. So if you care
yes. He
so
said
much
it.
about Nigeria, why didn't you guys
Mm,
use your money, fix the refineries, start refining the products yourselves, and participate in the market rather than being the
yes,
police of the market? So everybody is
yes.
trying to argue their own way because Dangote is like, I sack my workers because I want to
Mm-hmm.
prevent a sabotage. Because
Yes. Do you know, sir?
yeah,
The general.
Benga.
Do you know the Pengassi and their president? I think he said it openly on the air that he will invite over 200 petroleum companies in Nigeria, and then they will fight Dangote together. And even Ruben Abati said that is by now DSS should have arrested that man.
I know. A lot of them have been saying a lot of things.
That's about
I know.
the economy of Nigeria. A man who single-handedly built himself a refinery worth $20 billion.
Uh,
I know that Dangote too has benefited from the system, but believe me, for this particular issue now, he is on the side of the masses. He's on
you
the side,
think
and that is
so?
why they are fighting him. That is why they are fighting him because he is trying to crash the price of the fuel.
Right.
Yes, you know, he imports crude oil from I think
From the
East
US.
Africa and USA. So I think they are scared that Dangote might crash oil price, like fuel price, to 600, to maybe early next year.
Okay. And you
Yes,
believe
per liter.
that?
But yeah, he has the power. He has the weight. I tell you, I said that Kolu is aware. Kolu is on the side of Pengassin. That is why Kolu is much. Even Ruben Abati said it that President of Nigeria is mute because his benefit is like on the side of. He has already picked sides. That is why he's working underground, doing underground instruction, commanding them what to do to
Mm.
deal with Dangote. And right now, Dangote said that he has run out of crude of naira, so he won't be able to sell petrol to Nigeria anymore. The crude left in his own stock is one he paid with dollars. So he will sell to the people that will pay in dollars.
I know.
And this is what the president of Nigeria wants. They want Dangote to stop selling fuel for Nigerians. So that they will give us the price that they want. They want to give us their own price.
Mm.
They want to
So it's
give
more
us
or
their
less
own price.
like
One,
it's
two.
in your own opinion
Mm,
right now, Pulapenga, right?
mm,
Your own
mm,
opinion right now,
mm.
Dangote is trying to help Nigerians. Or what this Pengassan and all of them are doing is to stop
Mm,
that. Is that what you
mm.
think? Or what Ruben Abati was saying that you're constantly
They
looking
are
into?
they are they are on like at war against Dangote now. NUPENG
Yeah, that's
and
what I mean.
PENGASSAN,
Like,
they are at
why are
war with
they at
Dangote.
war with Dangote?
Because of
Your
they
belief?
said Dangote will crash the price.
Right,
They are scared. It will crash the price.
right, right.
Yes. Even Rufai Hosseini said it that why would Nigeria government be against a single investor, a Nigerian investor who single-handedly built a refinery worth $20 billion? Even Nigeria government as
Do
a
you
country
also believe what you
cannot do
just
their
said
own.
now that he single-handedly built a refinery like Rufai
Yes.
said and Abati? Do you believe that?
No, I know that Bukhari gave him some percentage.
No, you
I know.
don't seem to.
Even they gave him
You don't seem to be
dollar price.
convinced about that anymore. Because you see, let me tell you something, Pola Peng. Anyway,
Mm.
Pola, is there something else you want to add? Because I'm about to jump on that same
No,
issue.
just tell me.
You want to
let me
listen?
hear from you,
Okay.
sir.
Now, I am not going to use my opinion because if I tell you what I
Mm.
feel, that will be my opinion. Okay. But I'm just going to
Okay.
use what all of them have done or said
Okay.
on the matter so that we can just use that to aggregate and see. Wait, what do you think? Here you get. You have the time, Abby.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Bless you. So normally, right, I have some clips I wanted to share earlier, but I'll go into them possibly before we go, but I'll make it quick.
Okay,
From
sir.
the onset, the story of
Yes,
Dangote Refinery is a story that is rooted in what you can call a systemic fraud and corruption that meets capitalists who is also a quota system billionaire. So from the onward, when Dangote was to start, it was meant to be, it was meant to be like one Nigeria national refinery, but not owned by Nigeria per se. But Nigeria will do everything to make sure that it comes upstream, including signing its financial guarantor, something. I don't know if that's the right word, okay, for the international lenders to be able to give him money, apart from what Nigeria also gave him, which was supposed to be converted to shares for Nigeria. And part of that deal was that when it finishes the refinery, okay, Nigeria will likely have, let's say, about 10, 15, or 20% of the whole share. However, Nigeria is also going to subsidize its crude oil, which will supply the refinery. So in the long run, it can help stabilize how the price of oil and every other stuff associated with oil will go in the country and put an end to importation. So all of that got messed up. Okay. So halfway. Now this is Dangote Refinery. He has managed to get to 55% of his capacity, which is in itself enough, right, to supply what he's currently doing in this massive scale. So the support that he used to get from the government, that he enjoyed under Bukhari, is no longer there when Tifnubu came in, because Tifnubu had interest in Malta, and all of that stuff, stories, right? But the refinery has been 55% or so completed, can produce, refine, and all that. So how do you then manage to convince this market that I've got what you normally go abroad to bring to the country? And listen, I've got it in abundance. Okay? So you will need all these bodies. All right? Some of them, all these funny names. NUPENG, PENGASSAN, all this stuff, right? And then there are other government agencies too. These ones are not government agencies. They are just associations of staff. If you go and look at ASU is about staffs of universities. NUPENG is about the staffs of these oil industries and gas. PENGASSAN is about oil and gas. They are staff. They work in these places too, right?
Yes.
So they are not government agencies. They are just organizations, but constitutionally backed. Okay, they have backing. Now, Dangote would have to do two things: work with these existing organizations for the smooth operation of his business, and at the same time, try to convince the ones who are like the government agencies that will actually approve the quality, the standard of his product before it goes to the market. So he faced
Yes.
serious corruptions there. You see, the part of this PENGASSAN and the rest shouldn't be so complex. All right. The argument of
Yes, sir.
Dangote is that when this whole thing started, he came up with the idea of, you know what, I could actually bypass these guys if I have my own staff and we have our own trucks. So we can kind of like, make everything in house rather than live by the conditions of these organizations who will always be coming with different ridiculous things. But
Yes,
that
sir.
was not enough. By law,
Mm.
the workers, the staff are allowed to join unions. You understand? Like it is not even debatable
Yes,
again.
yes,
It must be voluntary. Nobody should be forced. So you can be working
yes,
for
sir.
Dangote and say, I'm not joining any union. Nobody will hold you. So, but Dangote felt like with his experience or possibly what he knows about these unions and all that in Nigeria, interrupting his business or what have his services and all that, and he didn't want to. So he ordered for his trucks. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
PENGASSAN felt like he's about to double cross them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because number one, they used to be those, including NUPENG, they used to be those in charge of bringing fuel to Nigeria and at the same time transporting it all over Nigeria. It has always been their place. So what Dangote is
Yes,
trying to do
yes,
right now is
I
to
understand.
take half of the market for himself. And if that's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen, he can't do just that without them being part of it. So the argument, that was the
Mm.
first argument. So then they
Okay,
agreed. They
okay.
said, you know what? Let the staff join.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who wants to
Mm.
join should go and join. So Dangote
Mm-hmm.
felt like he's already done an in-house arrangement that they won't join. They won't join these people. At most, maybe they will see maybe 10, 20 people. To the surprise of
Okay.
Dangote, over 2,000
Mm.
of his staff joined within 48 hours.
Mm. Mm.
Immediately, within themselves, they have appointed PENGASSAN branch of Dangote office. These are people who are already working with Dangote. They have already appointed them as executives. So, which means it's already taking roots. So, to Dangote,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
wahala is not with just PENGASSAN. No. Will I say there are
Yes,
some
sir.
internal saboteurs ready to do whatever these guys are pushing? No.
Yes,
So, his own action
yes.
was, let me sack all of them, which is also very wrong. Constitutionally, he
Mm.
can't just sack people. Do you get
Mm-hmm.
that now? But
Yes,
all
sir.
of that in his own way is to react to see if he could get them to bend down for him. Now, the argument out there right now is they are trying to play on people's emotion. There is law,
Yes,
there is business.
yes,
So, by
yes.
all standard, every business like that should be
Mm-hmm.
protected. Okay. But there is
Mm.
also a law that
Yes.
says because everyone that's going to work in the business, it is what they do that will thrive the business. It is what they do that will succeed
Mm-hmm.
the business. Do you understand?
Mm.
So
Yes, sir.
the dialogue should be around what and what, they could possibly like compromise and say, I will leave that, I will leave this. Sort of. It is Nigeria. But they
Mm.
are playing on people's emotion right now.
Yeah, exactly, sir.
Dangote is spending
Exactly.
money, paying influencers. This is how the society runs, Baba. Sure you get.
Even yesterday, this guy, what is his name? The Kelvin. This Kelvin guy, energy expert on Arise. I think yesterday, or was it yesterday?
Uh,
He was blasting this Pengas and he told him that
that's it.
they were the
Meanwhile,
people.
you will see
They
others.
were the people
Listen,
that.
Penga, see,
Yeah.
Penga, you will also see others
Mm.
who are defending
Mm.
Pengassan. All you have to do is just
Yes.
listen to all
Yes.
the arguments,
Yes.
and you are likely
Yes.
going to
Yes.
know by
Even
now
that
who
yesterday,
is
the man
for the
told him,
two.
the man told Kevin that Dangote is trying to buy the media. The
Because
man
it is
told
true.
Kevin, say yes,
Those who are fighting
I, I,
Dangote are
I,
also using media, don't you think?
yes,
They
yes,
are
of
also
course.
using
But
media.
yeah,
They are
it's
telling
true,
people
it's
that
true.
Dangote is a
Thank you.
monopoly man. He lost monopoly, is this or that. He wants to,
Yes,
So Dangote is
yes.
also paying the
Thank you very much
media.
for.
The media to say
Thank you very
these
much
people
for.
want to destroy something that we should be proud of. You get what I
Mm.
mean? They are all doing all of
Yeah.
these. But Dangote
Yes.
is going
Yes.
to be the one that is going to win because Nigeria is a lawless
Mm.
place. You
Thank you
get
very
that?
much, Baba. Thank you for
You
the
have a good
breakdown.
one,
Thank
Paula
you very much.
Penga. Eh?
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay
Yeah.
safe,
You too,
Baba.
sir.
Yeah, that's a brother.
Thank you.
So that's what I wanted to say before Pulapenga called in. So what then happened was that uh, the impression that Dangote Refinery is Dangote Refinery is not totally true. You understand? It's not totally true. And I'm not making things up